You guys, hi. So it is not December 1st, it is December 6th, but I am having to redo the video that I did this past Sunday because of technical difficulties. So those technical difficulties almost held me up and almost stopped me from doing my videos, but even though I won't be able to show you, even though you won't see me in a video, I decided to still do the recordings because there is still so much information that I want to get to everyone. So if you'll just bear with me, and if you're interested, if you love me, if you know me, whatever, if you want to support me, then just listen along to the videos, and that way you can still do other things. So this video will be about why I've decided to do Zija and participate in Zija International. I will become a distributor of that network marketing sometime in January. But before then, I wanted to just give my upfront opinion and thoughts on network marketing on Zija International by itself, and all the other things that I'm learning bit by bit. I just want to share. I really want to just do a video before I get involved, before anyone tries to say, oh, you know, she's just selling this to us. Like, if you guys know me, this is the honest to goodness truth. No fluff. This is some real stuff. Alright, so when I originally did this video this past Sunday, I took in the product of the premium tea. You guys, that tea is no joke. I took it Sunday, early afternoon, 2 p.m. It was doing its job by that evening, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and then shortly thereafter, I had more business to take care of. It continued to do its job. Then on Monday, I get to work. The cleanse is still doing this job. So that tea that I took, called premium tea, is actually a detox tea. And, you know, I thought I was going to be taking that tea quite often. Listen, I'm only going to take it once a week. That tea is not to be taken on a daily or every other day basis. You can't. It's not that much cleansing in the world, but it works. It really works. I let a friend of mine know that I was gonna give her some tea, and one of the first things that she asked me was, does it give you cramps? And I didn't know that detox teas gave you cramps. I've never experienced that before. But the lady that introduced me to this product, she said that she used to experience cramps with other detox teas that she had taken before, and that Zija was the only one that hadn't given her the cramps. And I had to let my friend know I didn't experience any cramps when I took it. So I'm actually going to give it to a friend of mine to let her try it out. Hey girl, when you try it, make sure you stay home. That's all I got to say about that. So anyway, this video is going to be slightly long. As a matter of fact, majority of the videos will probably be a little long. That's just because I have so much to say, and I only have 31 days to say it. Well, yeah, over the month of December. Okay, so I got introduced to Zija, that's the product, by a co-worker that works with me. Long story short, I work at a university. The HR department of that university messed up my check and let me know last minute that my 4 next checks that I received will be cut $50. I was getting taxed twice, getting taxed for current taxes of $50 plus, and then getting an additional $50+ taken out of my check for a mistake that the HR department made. And no, they didn't care that it put a halt to everything I had planned and everything I needed to take care of in my life. Of course they didn't. So when that happened, I got into a little scramble. If you know me, and if I don't have things planned and in order, I panic or I get stressed about it. Really, I get stressed about it. So I just went on the brinks, like, what can I do to make money? What can I do to make money? My idiotic self started thinking, I'll wrap gifts this season. I'll start a gift wrapping business. That had too many kinks, but I was seriously going to try and work through it. And then I thought, oh, I'll get a part-time job, but I don't have time for a part-time job. I didn't have time for a part-time job. I was in grad school, going to Greensboro twice a week for a class. I'm an English major. We do intensive reading and writing on a weekly basis. I'm talking full books by the class of the next week. I work in one city, I stay in another city, and go to school in another city. I did not have time for a part-time job. Most of my time was spent on the road, and that had me tired. Being on the road like that before, I never experienced, but it wears me out, especially with traffic and non-driving people. But that's another story. So when I got hit in this rut, I mistakenly mentioned it to a coworker one day. It just kind of fell out my mouth. And that coworker later on that day gave me $20. And this is the same coworker that introduced the product to me. And that was early in the week. Let's say it was like a Monday or a Tuesday. Later on that week, Thursday or Friday, she turned around and gave me like $100 to $120. I was shocked. I was baffled. You know, I hadn't asked for it. She just did it. And I greatly appreciate that from her. So I had some money in my pocket to get me through, you know, the next couple of weeks. I was going to stretch as long as I could. And I have to back up a little bit. Earlier that week, that Monday, she invited me to her home for a meeting that she was having for a business that she's been in for a little time now. And that business that we're talking about is Zija International. Again, most of my videos will be about that network marketing entity. So she was having a meeting, and Monday early in that week, my excuse was going to be, oh, I can't come, I don't have any gas, I have to go home. But once she gave me that money, both early in the week and later in the week, I had no excuse on not to go, you know, to the meeting. And it was the least that I could do, for goodness sake. The lady had just given me a bundle of money just because. So I went, and all I have to say is it was a blessing in disguise. Like, I am so grateful that I went. It's something that I am excited and ready to be a part of, just for the simple fact that it will be my own business. And I've been wanting my own business and been searching for the right thing. But the things that I want take a while to start up, and would put me in a different type of bracket. And right now I just want something I can get in and start going and making money and making it part-time. I always thought that network marketing entities were scams until I did my research. Some of them I agree with. Some of them are kind of sketchy and iffy, but you have to do your research on it. I mean, extensive research. Like, you can't just watch 1 or 2 videos. You can't just read 1 or 2 websites. You can't just look at the website of the network marketing entity and only go off of what they say. You have to dig and dig and dig, and that's what I've done. And from my digging, I'm in love with this entity, y'all. That's why I'm really excited. And that's also why I wanted to do these videos before I got in the business, because they are not paying me right now. Nobody's paying me to say this. I'm just freaking excited about it. Anyway, before I get way off track, I went to her house that night. I got greater information on the product, where it comes from, how the product line came about. The one thing that meeting kind of skipped over was the startup cost. I mean, everything sounded great, but of course, for things to sound that great, it had to be a catch, and the freaking catch was the startup cost. So that was the only questionable thing. But I'm okay with the startup cost. I'm going to take a risk, and I'll talk more about that in another video. I'm trying to make sure that I said everything. I don't want to make this video more than 10 minutes. So with that being said, I will have another video to you shortly. Okay, thank you guys for listening.